morning. My name is John Petrak. I serve as the Executive Vice President of the REALTORS Association of Metropolitan Pittsburgh. This year, the association is producing a series of videos relative to fair housing and within the greater Pittsburgh metropolitan area, and also diversity and inclusion within the industry itself and all the various facets of the industry. This morning I'm joined by one of our members, PrestonMoore. Preston, thank you very much for being here.
Good morning, John. Nice to be here. Nice to help out.
Yeah, that's now you have been involved in the real estate industry for how long?
Since '02. I passed exam May 14th, '02.
Okay, now prior to that, you had a different career in?
Yes, I'm a bank analyst, financial analyst, auditor. I'm a numbers guy.
Okay. You've also been very involved in the association over the years.
Yes, I got a phone call, I think in '05, '06 to join one of the RAM committees. And then subsequent to that, I got a phone call to run for the board. And then eventually I was on the board, and circumstances were such that I became president in 2015.
You were elected by our board of directors.
Yes. It was a great honor, something that I did not anticipate when I took my real estate exam in '02. I wasn't looking for that.
Now, since then, you've also been involved in our state association.
Yes, I was district VP in 16, and in 18 and 19, I was district vice president again. And this year, I am treasurer of the Pennsylvania Association of Realtors.
Congratulations, and you were elected to that position by the board of directors of the state association.
By the board of directors.
Yes. So have you felt that your involvement in the association has also enhanced your real estate career?
Well, I think that being involved is something that can help you. If people ask you, what have you been doing, you can always say, hey, I have given back. I have volunteered my time, and and that in and of itself, I think is a good thing.
Yes. Now, one of the things I wanted to ask you about today is the National Association offers a variety of programs, again, relative to fair housing. One of their most recent tools is Fairhaven. Yes. Can you tell us a little bit about Fairhaven?
Well, there were a number of videos that were done, programs put together about bias and people were being discriminated against. If you remember, a couple years ago when we were in Atlantic City, there were a number of videos that we saw about Long Island and about New York City. And it was really informative, and it's sad, but that is still in us. We have to try to do the best we can to try to get it out, to give everyone the opportunity to buy the home that they want, to get the job that they would like to have. And to me is that we can all make more money if we allow everybody to develop the way they should develop.
To participate, yes. Yeah. And they also have a program at Home with Diversity, which basically educates our members to the diversity that exists within our world.
Yes.
And they've also have a program that I'll ask you about, C2EX.
Yes. That's
short for Challenge to Excellence.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, those programs the Fairhaven is designed to show you where realtor members have done things that they shouldn't have done. I'm not saying that what they've done is illegal, but the fact is that they had biases and it came out when they were directing clients. The C2 it's a program that's designed to make us more professional, make us more aware of what we should be doing and what we should not be doing. And, all of us can learn. This learning is something that we should spend our whole lifetime doing, and we all can be better as time goes on.
Absolutely. Now, I don't want to give you all softball questions, so I'm going to throw a couple curves at you. As a member of a minority community, have you ever felt that you've experienced bias within the profession? Well, whether it came from a consumer or a fellow professional.
I don't think I have experienced bias when it comes from a fellow another realtor. And the reason for that is that, you know, if someone has multiple offers and your client doesn't get it, your client doesn't get it. But on a number of occasions, I have gone to do a listing presentation. And if the customer is interviewing more than one person, I have never gotten that. I mean, I don't know if it was a bias or discrimination, but personally, I prefer not to go on cold call listing presentations because I'm not quite sure if I might get a fair shot. I'm not saying that I'm not getting a fair shot, but I'd rather go with someone who wants me to be there, and then it's easier for me to do what I have to do.
I appreciate that perspective, and I think you're able to bring up a certain perspective not only to our association but the industry. And I believe that if you picked up on those feelings, there unfortunately might be a touch of that bias that still persists.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to add relative to the association, your involvement in the industry?
Well, you know, as for Realtor members, it's always good to get involved. And it's very hard to try to convince people to get involved. Even myself, I wasn't looking to get involved. I was kind of like volunteered. And once I started to come, then I really appreciated it. And I realized that this is something that has to be done. And I'm at a position where I can volunteer my time. You know, I don't have any young kids. I have to, you know, all my kids are married, you know what I mean? So I do have time that I can allocate to the association and to the industry.
Well, we appreciate your participation in this video series, and more importantly, we appreciate your participation within our association.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Guy.